When winning is the only option, the sharpest bettors in the world call me. Not because of what I know, but who I know. And the results, well, they speak for themselves. But talk is cheap. So let me show you. The Syndicate Insider Show starts now.
All right, this is your Sunday Syndicate Sofa Shrink Report. Now, I just got off Snapchat. There's a lot of S's in that. We call it the Sunday Sofa Shrink Snapchat Report. As you know, I've been up very, very early. There is no sleep in this business if you're truly global, not local. Now, as you know, this morning my sources called me. I tell everybody, you can go. And I'm not here, as I said on last week's report. You can do what you want to do, but ultimately, understand there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people that sell their opinion on the internet, in forums, in magazines. There are hundreds of millions of gamblers that are looking for confirmation of their own bad opinion. We are a syndicate. Let's have a seat. Have a seat. Our syndicate is designed to provide you with information from third parties. Why don't you turn that down a little bit? Third parties that provide us with the information. We don't handicap the games, so therefore we cannot put the games online so you can log in and access those games. If you are one of those forum lovers, or one of those handicappers of handicappers that like to watch and monitor and see what other cappers do, we are not the place for you, because we disseminate the information within minutes as we retrieve it. And if you don't believe me, follow me coming from the outside, coming to the inside. Just go grab my snap code on the Syndicate Insider homepage at thesyndicateinsider.com. I don't want my espresso to get cold. Hold on. That's in lieu of celebration. Italia Serie A, with AC Milan winning 3-2. Followed, that was the second game. We had West Ham in the Premier League in the morning. Yesterday we had Chelsea.
We had Chelsea in the morning, and then we had the draw and the goal line on Germany versus Brazil in the Olympic.
And all I had to hear was, how could you go against Brazil? It's basically a home game gold match for them. If home teams mattered, then lines wouldn't be set on games. We did have a loser in the MLS. We talk about the wins and losses with the LA Galaxy, so such is life. But we still had a profitable day, and we still made a return for all of our clients, because managing risk is what we're in the business of. Not worrying about win and loss percentages. Again, we can talk about the wins and we can talk about the losses, because if you're obsessed with wins and losses, it means that you're not obsessed with money management. I'm obsessed with money management. Now, we sat here a couple days ago and we talked about treating your wagering as a business. And as I always say, we want to not come here and brag about our wins. We don't want to talk about the fact that we have had another winning week. We had 2 losing days this week, Monday and I believe Wednesday. And then we won on Tuesday, we won on Thursday, we won on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We didn't play any baseball, except our hedge plays. But we didn't play any straight baseball. And that's because we are playing where the information is. We are not playing to supply you with entertainment. If you want entertainment, go to the movies. Otherwise, you need to, like I told him last time, lay down on the couch and see a shrink. Free will. I had this conversation after I did the last video about locus of control. The other issue is also self-control. So you have 2 issues when you talk about this business, which is the free will and the self-control. What that basically means is, when you and I walk into a casino, whether it's the Horseshoe Casino, this man here is a poker player. He's a tournament poker player. He likes to play tournaments. Some guys in my office like to play in the cash games. He's a tournament guy. There's a level of self-control. You're buying in with a predetermined amount. That's your risk. It's limited. Now the control is how much time are you willing to waste, not waste, but give up of your time to play. I've seen you be in tournaments and spend 4 or 5 days there, and then I've seen you be in tournaments for 4 or 5 hours. That's the self-control decision you make. You as the player, when you walk up to a blackjack table or a crap table or a roulette wheel, you're walking in there and you have money in your pocket or chips in your hand. You have to decide when you bust, if you bust, are you walking away, are you signing for a marker, or are you running back to the ATM machine like a degenerate and going over your self-control? I hit a nerve with a couple of people because the concept is where do you take accountability for your actions? We sit here and we talk about the management of money, but the reality is, what if you don't have the money to manage? What if you are simply so obsessed with the dream of making money? I was watching somebody on Snapchat because I have a huge following, over 1,000 people that follow me on Snapchat, but I follow people on Snapchat. One of these guys on Snapchat that I follow, he said something brilliant yesterday. He said, if you text me and you're looking to make money and you claim that you don't have enough money to work with me, this is in a different industry. Do you know what his answer was?
What was that?
Get a job. Get 2 jobs. Get 3 jobs. Get 4 jobs till you can afford to work with me. Don't look for a secret. Because the secret is you should already have enough money to have your money make you money. The rule is if you're undercapitalized, you can't succeed. If you want to buy 1,000 shares, or 100 shares of Apple stock, you know that you're going to need $110 100 times. A couple weeks ago, you were panicking if you had that stock. It was $93. You needed $93 100 times. Now you need $110 100 times. You have to have the funds in order to make the money. But you got how many calls this morning? Looking to explain this concept after people watch these videos, and then they say, well, do you have a pick? So again, what are you noticing? Are these videos breaking people down? Are they imparting any logic to them? Because we have not even had the first real football game in American football, in college or national football, because I don't even look. My son, I woke up, I called my son. He could actually FaceTime me like 6:30 in the morning, and he says, "Dad, can you believe they won 19-18, the Ravens?" And I'm, oh, and I act all excited for a meaningless preseason game, but he's a kid, he doesn't know any better. But the games don't mean anything. How can you get excited unless you're a kid and you don't know any better? So the reality is, the season starts so late this season. We're going to go to Las Vegas. We're going to have a roundtable. We're going to meet with the biggest bettors in the world that pay us for personalized one-on-one management. But what you must understand is, are you capitalized? Are you do you have the resources to treat this as a business, A? And are you not allowing a local bookmaker, if you have one, to take advantage of you with unrealistic lines of credit that you, A, should have or shouldn't have? You may be a wealthy businessman and have a line that's too low. You may be a guy that shouldn't have the line that you have and it's too high. These are the things that other people on different video YouTube channels won't tell you because they want to sell you a daily pick. Can they purchase one here?
No.
Can they purchase a week of picks here?
Absolutely not.
No. If you want to come in from the outside and you want to come into the inside, don't watch this video so I can brag about having AC Milan. Don't watch this video so I can brag about playing and being successful with West Ham. Watch this video and say to yourself, do I want realistic expectations with realistic results? Do I want to have a real return on my investment like I would expect dealing with a financial advisor on Wall Street? Or do you want somebody to insult your intelligence and read you a fairy tale like I would read my daughter in the evening before she goes to sleep? The inside of this hat, one of my clients sent me, what's it say?
Wise guy.
Wise guy. You probably can't read it. It says wise guy. Now, this term wise guy is funny because it's thrown around a lot. Everybody acts like they're a wise guy in this business. People have contacts. People have connections. People have sources of information. People know which line it should be versus which line it shouldn't be. You know, I'm in this business 30 years. I will have to say this. This is the sincerest form of flattery is being imitated. I go to websites. I see my stuff imitated. I see my words imitated that come out of my mouth on other videos that I watch. But in the end, I'll be getting on a plane. I'll be sitting down with Brian Blessing. I'll be breaking bread with him. I'll be sitting down with the Kenny White, featured on 60 Minutes, former owner of Las Vegas Line Makers. I'll be breaking bread with him. I just had lunch with Dominic Larigio in Atlantic City, who can't walk into the Bellagio because he's banned as the number 8th most successful table gambler in the world, featured on A&E. I work in the world of reality, not mystery, not unknown sources that we can't see, not the crystal ball that's behind the table. If you want to come in from the outside, you want to come in from the inside this football season, and you want to make it a great year, I suggest you do the same. Leave the fantasy world behind. You need someone to yell and scream for your business and tell you how great they are. It means they're spending too much time carnival barking to get you to join them. We're going to win these games with or without you. I look at these videos almost as a public service message. We already know that no bookmaker is going to lose money any football season, no matter what they tell you. You know, you're on the phone, I'm not going to name the client, and he was telling you that his man hasn't paid him because he was waiting to get paid, and the man was acting like he was down. The book was acting like he was in the bad spot. No book is in a bad spot. No casino in Las Vegas is in a bad spot. No house loses. 99% of all bookmakers lose. They don't make the money from handling the money from the winners to the losers. They're not money brokers that look to even out the action on both sides. Save yourself the fantasy and the nonsense. That is the Kool-Aid you as the player have been drinking. There isn't a loser. There isn't a winner on the opposite side of every loser. No. The reality is that everybody loses. Because even when they're given winners from a professional syndicate like ours, how many times have you gotten on the phone with a client? Even today's a perfect example. We're 2-0. We have clients that'll blow themselves up at the end of the day because we didn't give them baseball, correct? How many times does it happen?
Too much. Too much.
How many clients have you lost with a huge winning month because they couldn't keep their hands to themselves?
Happens too much.
So, decide what you want. It is so very easy to win. Not because of our contacts, not because of our sources, not because of this, not because of that. Because we have the discipline. We understand what it is to play like being a bookmaker. Once you come in from the outside and you come into the inside, you in essence play like you're a bookmaker, as opposed to playing like a square. So, this is your Sunday Syndicate Reports. Stay off the sofa. I'm saving you guys thousands of dollars in therapy fees. You should be thanking me for that alone. Have a happy Syndicate Sunday. Follow us on Snapchat. Mike is here waiting to take your call. Stay dry if you're on the East Coast. Anything else you want to say as I walk over and turn the video off?
We'll be in Vegas before you know it.
Oh, one more thing. 2 days from now, we'll be on the radio live, 1400 AM.
sportsbookradio.com, 1400 AM, KSPH.